What's your favorite way to retrieve the frog?
Like a little Kermit, goop, 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 hopping along.
Just a little hop.
And Andy, you know what the rule is about fishing with a Kermit?
What's that?
You have to speak like Kermit. Just a little green frog.
It is early summer, and I'm headed out on the water in northern Minnesota. Joining me is my good friend Andy May, who, while he might not be known in fishing circles, is somewhat of a living legend in the whitetail scene. Andy is known for his ability to go out and find big whitetails on public land and then bow kill them with precision. He's also one hell of a fisherman with an affinity towards smallmouth, which is the species we have our sights set on for the next few days.
Here she is, buddy.
All right.
Mostly rigged up already. And we're gonna go catch 5-pound smallies.
Sounds good to me.
Or maybe 14 inchers, I'm not sure yet. We're gonna be looking for 5-pounder. Yeah. But I think we're gonna head out to those islands first and just try to take advantage of this weather and see if they're coming up.
How many islands are on this lake? A lot.
I mean, quite a few. I mean, these are, you know, all these lakes were made with the glaciers, you know, and so when you get to this far north, they're very similar. Like you can run this pattern on a bunch of them where it's like, the smallies like rocks. Mm-hmm. There isn't a bunch of current, so it's like, okay, they're gonna be on the rocks. And the islands almost always have points with rock, you know, rock reefs that kind of extend out. And so they just, all the islands are usually close to the wintering holes. You know, I don't think we'll see it on now because it's late enough, but when you catch them a little earlier in the year, a lot of times they're really pale because they just came out. Now they should have that like pretty banding on them.
Yeah, yeah.
If there's 3 feet of water and there's boulders on the rocks, like if it doesn't look like the weeds extend way out, there's enough depth, and those fish will be right up on these rocks. That point, like every one of them's probably got a fish on it. We're just gonna go throw topwaters over them until the fish show us what we really need to be doing. So Andy and I are throwing topwaters. We're throwing these whopper ploppers, but these fish miss them a lot. And so I'm just rigging up a follow-up bait because a lot of times you throw that whopper plopper or that topwater back in there, they won't come back. But if you throw something that looks like a wounded minnow, they're like, oh, I killed it or I injured it. And so having something like this rigged up, you know, weedless, just as a follow-up deal, you get that blow up and you just drop that rod, pick this one up and throw in there, those fish will eat it.
Usually let it sit for a few seconds once it hits the water?
Nope.
Don't you? I get a lot of bites like that, you don't?
No. Look, they're shallow and they're hungry. If it lands by them, they're gonna come eat it. There we go. Get that one. That's a big one.
That's a pike.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, dang, I thought that was a smallie.
Pike on topwater's fun.
You say that now. In 3 days, you're gonna be like, well, I'm pretty sick of that.
There you go.
There's one. That's a nice fish. God, they're so cool.
Heck yeah.
Got double hooked up. That's a nice fish.
Nice one, buddy.
There.
I think Tony's got his favorite color on and he gave me one that doesn't work very often.
There you go. Here you go, buddy.
I grew up watching fishing shows. Roland Martin, Bill Dance, the In-Fisherman crew, and I always marveled at how easy they seemed to catch fish and how rarely it seemed that they made mistakes.
There he is. Oh, he threw me. Son of a...
It wasn't until I got involved in television production that I realized the lost fish and the terrible hook sets and the lures stuck in trees, they all happened. They were just edited out to present an image of fishing that just doesn't fully reflect reality.
I got it on that rock, Tony.
Yeah, I see that. Thought I was done fishing with my kids. Oh, yeah.
You got a net or anything?
Yep, back at the cabin.
Oh.
Come here, bud. Oh, I lost him. That was cool.
Should have had a net.
Need a net. I wonder if we shouldn't go throw frogs for a while. Let the sun get down a little bit and come back out for these smallies.
Maybe. Is it more weed, like mat, lily pad type
Yeah.
stuff.
It's a totally different experience.
Yeah, they'll be in there.
So I think with this sun, it just sucks right now for the topwater thing. I think we should go, I want to run in back up into here and all this largemouth stuff here.
Oh, wow.
Just go into this and go throw some frogs around for a while. We can run all the way up into there, into that stuff. And that'll be all like boggy,
Yeah.
beaver dams,
That looks
whatever.
good.
Let's do that. I don't really like living in Minnesota for the hunting
Yeah,
because the variety sucks, probably like Michigan.
yeah,
Like you hunt deer, maybe bear, turkeys in the spring,
Yeah.
and you're kind of like, that's it.
yeah.
And then these guys out west are like, oh, I got 2 antelope tags, mule deer tag, an elk tag, spring bear.
I know.
And they got all that variety, and you know, every once in a while they draw that super tag for like a Shiras moose or something.
Yeah.
Oop. But then, see, remember when I was telling you, you got to set the hook like a man,
That's
Andy?
a hook set there.
If they're not flying at you when you set the hook, I don't know, buddy. Anyway, what I like about this stuff, at least with the fishing, we have variety. You know, I mean, you can be fishing
yeah.
smallmouth and go to a little different spot in the lake and totally different water,
What's your favorite way to retrieve the frog?
like a little Kermit. Goop, 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 hopping along.
Just a little hop.
I hop and stop with them quite a bit.
Yeah.
And Andy, you know what the rule is about fishing with a Kermit?
What's that?
You have to speak like Kermit.
No. Never heard that one.
Really?
No. For real?
I'm just a little green frog. Man, where I come from, that's like a big no-no. Just poaching somebody's bite like that.
Is it?
Yeah.
I looked at it as like you couldn't catch it, so someone.
Oh,
got
you
it.
did?
Yeah.
You need me to start trying to catch some fish ahead of you here?
You're getting first cast at everything. You should be.
Am I?
I think.
Get him! Oh, yeah. That's a big bass, dude. No, that's a toad! Good job, man.
There you go. There you go. Got him.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Nice fish, dude.
That's so fun. Oh, you got...
What was that?
That was the worst hook set I've ever seen out of an adult man.
Holy shit.
Took him for a ride. So here's a question, Andy. We can go in and work this. Just work this if we want. Or we can go back and work the channel outside of where that spawning bay is.
There you go.
Ooh,
Good
I don't
fight.
have a very good hook in him. He's coming out hot. That's a big fish.
Dang, nice one, dude.
I don't have a real good hook in him. That's a big smallie. Come here.
Nice fish.
That's a long fish. Woo! So fun.
Kind of long and
Yeah.
narrow.
There must be a boulder down there or something.
Maybe.
Huh? Get him! That's a nice one too.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great fish. So Andy, you know what I think we should do?
What's that?
I think we should call this a pretty dang good day on the water and get out of here before these storms roll in and go eat some food.
I'm starving.
I was looking at Onyx last night. You can almost see some of the rock piles extending way out. So I think we're gonna go try a couple of those points again.
Okay.
And then go fish some stuff that looks like just big shallow flats with rocks on them.
Nice morning right now.
Yeah, they're gonna come up on these topwaters. You were saying last night that you didn't really know your dad.
I'm an only child, but I had 2 cousins that I was really close with, and they got into bow hunting. I shot my cousin's bows and I was just like, man, I have to get one. So I got one, got in the archery league, and did well there. And then, yeah, the easy transition was into bow hunting.
When you started that, did you think that you were going to be considered the best deer hunter in the country?
I don't know. I don't know who says that, but
I say it all the time.
I certainly don't think that.
Dude, my daughters are always like, do you think you're the best deer hunter in the country? I'm like, why, did Andy May get hit by a train? I was really lucky with my dad. Like, we did it all.
Yeah.
And we did it a lot. And so I just picked up so much stuff, just the experience of being with him.
Yeah.
And then he was also pretty just supportive of, like, it doesn't matter if you kill one, like, go do some fun stuff that you want to do. So much of this stuff's not fun in the whitetail space. You know what I mean? Like, it's rewarding and the work's good. It's kind of like working out. Like, I hate going for a run.
Yeah.
I like how I feel when I do it or when I'm done. But there's so much of that where you're right. Like, it's not fun, and there are people doing this just for fun who are probably having more fun, but that reward is like it's such a carrot out there, man. There's a smallie.
Was it?
Yep.
Nice, finally.
Coming right at me. Dude, this is fun.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun. I mean, it's a good action. Even, there you go.
Oh, this is a big one.
Is it?
Oh, dude. This is a big smallie here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Need some help?
Not yet. Oh, you got a smallie too.
Yeah.
There
Nice
we go.
fish. Oh. Nice fish, buddy.
Oh,
heck yeah.
God, that was cool. Double. This is like the first double of smallies we've had.
Yeah. About half the size of Tony's.
Let's go hide away in here and let the main lake clear out a little bit in this wind dive, mess around, maybe catch some pike, and then we'll go out and target those smallies again. But this wind is gnarly. The rain's coming. It just kind of sucks. It's not good weather.
There are two factors that seem to influence how willing fish are to bite: the water temperature and the weather, which are not coincidentally often linked. Even if you're hoping for 5-pound smallies and you just start catching 14-inch pike on every other cast, it's a good sign that the fish gods are feeling generous and you're about to have some fun.
Got the slime dart pattern down.
Yeah, we do.
My kids think it's hilarious that we call these slime darts, but they're super slimy, stinky, and they're built like a little dart, and they're so fast.
I think I'm out fishing Tony about 5-1 today.
It's a long swim back, Andy May.
That's gotta be a little pike.
Get him.
There we go.
Didn't stand a chance.
I've been making it look like this is my home lake today. You're my guest.
I don't know where you suddenly got this inflated sense of being a really good fisherman here. There's one. What we're looking for.
Oh, come on, get in. Woo! Not bad.
You know what I think we should do, Andy?
What's that?
Go eat and get off this lake, because it's getting cold and colder and windier, and we're gonna have a calm day tomorrow, and hopefully the lake won't be iced over because it's gonna be 40 degrees. But I think we should call it for today.
Yeah, this wind has beat us down today.
Yeah,
But,
I'm done.
I'm ready to eat.
All right, buddy. Man, what a change, huh?
Yeah.
Yesterday it's cold and freaking super windy, and now it's just beautiful. It's cold though.
It's
Still
chilly.
cold.
At least the wind died down.
Yeah, feels like we should be climbing into should be saddling up in a tree trying to shoot a whitetail instead of going and trying to catch fish. But I think we should head out for some smallmouth. All those fish that couldn't really get hit yesterday because of the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be people clearing out, heading back to their daily lives today. Do you want to throw that topwater and see if they'll eat it? I mean, they might come up on it.
Yeah, I'll do topwater or Cinco.
Okay, because then I'm gonna flip.
Okay.
And just see.
Yep.
Burr!
Yeah. Tony, when the bite is slow for bass, do you ever switch gears and go after Like maybe some of the walleye or panfish around the area? Anything like that?
You know, I do. If I have a landowner who lets me hunt and they like to eat some fish, or I've got a buddy who's pretty handy, he helps me with some stuff, and him and his wife really like to eat fish, I'll go get them, but I can't eat them. I'm allergic to them.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so it sucks. So for me to go out, you know, like if you wanted to go catch some walleyes or something, we could probably go do it. I'm not real good at it, but I also just don't have that motivation. You know, I can't eat them, they'll kill me. There's one.
Got one?
Boy, that was a light take.
Dang, nice one.
I thought I was just hung up on weeds.
Yeah, buddy.
But that fish ate that tube, just like barely sucked it in. Oh, that's a good one too.
That's a good fish.
You know, I always think about this, Andy.
What's that?
So this is the first time I've thrown a tube. You know, out in the like trout fishing world out west, it's like, are they looking up? Like, are they eating dry flies? Or are you throwing a streamer or a nymph or something? But I see that with smallmouth too, where, you know, we've had times here where it's like, man, that topwater bite is on and they're looking up and they're angry. Sometimes it feels like smallmouth are looking down. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, where's the crayfish? Where's like the easy food that's gonna crawl by my face? And so sometimes when we get, you know, we fished some water where I'm like, there's fish here, we're not getting them. Then you slow down and drag that tube in front. And I literally thought I was just hung up on weeds because it was such a weak take. But like right now, they might just be looking down.
Tony, you've fished with some fishing pros, right? So after fishing with them and fishing with me for 2 days, what's some of the differences? Probably not much, right?
No, you're exactly the same. I wonder if we should go fish some docks.
This little cut up here doesn't look bad.
It gets really shallow.
Oh, does
So
it?
you get to the point and we're gonna get super wind blown there. And I'm hoping later today we can fish some of that stuff. Let's go fish that. I got a section of docks we'll go fish. There you go, rock star. Things are turning on, Andy. Slimer. Isn't it crazy that we haven't seen any this size yet? Man, that was a good hit.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a nice one. There we go. Took like 4 casts in there for that fish to eat it.
Yeah. That's an Andy-sized fish.
At least we found a few fish, huh? Feels better than when we didn't have any fish.
Jeez, oh Pete.
This is a
One
big
cast
fish.
with it?
This is a
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh. This is the biggest one we've seen.
Let me get it.
Let me see how she works out here. This is a really big fish. I didn't get like a great hook set in it.
Oh my God.
Dude.
Oh, just lift her in.
Holy cow.
That is
That's the biggest smallmouth of my life.
That's a giant.
Oh my God.
That is a giant.
Oh. Whopper ploppers, man.
Holy cow. Look at that thing.
I don't think I've ever caught a bigger smallmouth. I caught one that was 6. I guess that's probably pretty close, huh?
I would say that's 6 all day.
Man, came up first cast on that whopper plopper. Picked it up just out of the blue, huh? Oh, that is so cool. Dude.
I'd like to get a weight on that thing. Holy smokes.
Oh man.
That's a great fish.
That's what we've been looking for. We haven't just caught a mega giant yet. Woo! That makes me so happy.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks, man. So the conditions have been weird. The fishing has gotten better. We've put more fish in the boat in the last half hour than all day. But I've been trying to switch, so if Andy's throwing like a chunk and wind steady retrieve, like he picked up that chatterbait, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna throw a topwater. So I picked up this whopper plopper and the first cast smoked it. But that's like something, when it's tough, I don't like to be throwing the same thing as you know, whoever I'm fishing with, just to figure something out. So I noticed I threw this one time and I caught that fish, and now Andy's throwing a whopper plopper behind me, so I'm gonna switch again here.
Don't switch, maybe we figured it out.
You can catch him.
Why don't we both catch him?
Earlier in the day, I had made the prediction that the afternoon bite should turn on. And I'm not too proud to say that I was right. But you don't need a crystal ball to check your weather app and see that the sun is going to shine and the water temperature is going to peak throughout the day. And when it does, the forage base of minnows, crayfish, leeches, insects, they're all bound to get more active, which can switch the bass from a neutral mood to full-on gluttony.
Yeah! There you go. Nice fish. Oh, that's a bigger fish than I thought.
Feels good to finally catch a nice one today.
Oh, look at.
Holy, why did I just swear?
Dude, that was crazy. Oh, this is way bigger than I thought. Don't you wish I had a net, Andy May?
I so wish.
Dude.
Nice fish.
That was the shortest leash you could get. Oh, look at Andy, look at this double. Oh, get that fish in, Andy. Yeah! How's this for a double? Dude, that's a big fish.
That was cool. That was the highlight of the trip for me. Holy, that's a big fish.
Give it a little hand here, buddy.
Dude, that's a hammer.
That's a good one.
Oh!
I felt that line, so afraid.
What kind of bass fisherman doesn't have a net on his $50,000 boat?
So even though you missed a couple of days of deer scouting, Andy, are you happy you came out to Minnesota to catch some fish?
Oh yeah, man, this has been awesome.
It's pretty cool, huh?
It's been fun, and I learned a lot from you too.
It's so freaking fun.
I believe there are two types of enjoyment you can find in the outdoors. There's the single-minded, year-long pursuit of locating a big whitetail and eventually putting yourself 20 yards away from him on some November morning. That's one. That's rewarding as hell, but it doesn't happen without a lot of work that's honestly not much fun. Then there's the other type, the laid-back, fun from start to finish type, where you try to find a few smallmouth that are looking up for their next meal while you and a good friend give each other loads of shit for a few days. It's hard to say which one is better, but fortunately you and I, we don't need to choose. You can do both, and you should.